reminder, guys, it's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a WWE Mattel Ringside Collectibles exclusive from the Vault Series 2, Paul Heyman and Eddie Guerrero. If you are interested in grabbing these figures, yes, they are now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. And you guys shop to use promo code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order. Paul Heyman was an interesting choice. This wasn't a wide release, right? It was released with a 3-pack with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. But they did go an extra mile with this figure. They included both of Roman's championship belts. They included 2 interchangeable heads, so you get 3 total heads. The interchangeable hands, I really would have loved to seen a cell phone included with this. I'm sure we'll get that as a mainline elite release eventually. So I definitely think this is a step above. I know we just got this figure not too long ago, so I'm with you guys for people who are like, we just got it. And especially TJ Maxx and Marshalls were clearancing those 3-packs out at like, was it $20 or something like that? It was really cheap. And we do have Eddie Guerrero. I believe this is from the Legend set. The original figure, which I no longer unfortunately have in my collection, I believe it had a different skin tone. Was it a lighter skin tone maybe? I don't really remember. I did have the same Undisputed Championship belt, but it was not the VAC finish. Now you get the interchangeable hands, the shiny VAC finish. Updated look for Eddie. Love the smirking scan here. The packaging is great, an homage to the earlier Mattel line. You'll see on the bottom it says from the Vault. You'll have the image of Paul Heyman and Eddie Guerrero. On the side you'll get the images of both. Flip it all the way around. You can see that here. If you guys want to look at the top, Ringside Collectibles exclusive logo and the Elite Collection. On the back, if you guys would like to pause and take a look at the reader for Eddie Guerrero and for Paul Heyman. Let's come back, get these 2 figures out of the packaging, and see what they're all about. We're starting off here with Eddie Guerrero. So this is a re-release of the Legend 6 figure. I believe this does have a different head sculpt than the original release. And the skin tone is slightly tanner, even though I feel like this may not be as accurate. But accessory-wise, you do get a set of the interchangeable mic open holding hands with the white hand tape on there. You also do get a set of the fisted hands, as well as these gesturing hands that we did see with his Ultimate Edition figure release. The big selling point to me for this figure is the re-release of the Undisputed Championship belt in the VAC finish. I believe the only time we have received this version with the VAC finish was with the Elite 55 Undertaker. This original figure came with a dull version of this belt, so no VAC finish on that. And you can see here is a comparison of the larger one that we've gotten quite a few times of the more recent run. So this is nice. I will want to point out mine. You can see, I don't know if it's a wear on my VAC finisher. You can see it's either a glue mark or some of it has been scraped off. I want to talk to that real quick. I feel like quality on these Mattel figures lately has been a little bit of an issue. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below if you feel the same way. I feel like paint applications have been a little worse on some figures, but a big thing I've noticed is the feel of these figures. Like swapping out interchangeable hands, I feel like sometimes when you take a hand out and swap it, it's so freaking loose. Like my defining moment CM Punk, I put the fisted hands on there and the hand just spin. So now I'm at a point where I don't really even want to change out interchangeable hands. Let me know if you guys have noticed that too, because I feel like the quality lately has not felt the same as it has in the past. So I'm just curious to know your guys' thoughts too, because when I took this belt out and I saw this little scrape on the VAC finish, like, man, this belt was a huge selling point for me. It's just a little disappointing, but let's continue on with Eddie here. So let's bring him in real close. I believe the original figure had a different head sculpt. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have that figure in my collection, but it kind of had not this like nice touch to it. This looks like a great likeness to Eddie Guerrero here, as you guys can see. He does have the kind of more build torso, but not too big, right? Like the Ultimate Edition just went way too far. You can see he does have the bigger arms, which I'm okay with. If you guys want to look on the forearm, you can see his tattoo detailing here. And while we're at it, if you guys want a quick look at that head sculpt, looks pretty good. I do like the likeness to Eddie here. This looks great. The hair sculpt, again, this is a reuse, I believe, from the Ultimate Edition figure. We have seen this before. Going on to his gear, you can see the different red tights with the green and black designs on there. Go through here on the side, get a better view for you guys. You can get a view of this side here, as well as the back. It does say Latino on it. Going all the way down, you can see his boots. Whether they're accurate or not, I don't know. I feel like we've had this conversation so many times with Eddie. Like Mattel has not been putting the accurate like metallic finish on his boots, but this figure actually looks pretty good. I'm happy with it, and I think it's a plus version over the Legend 6, even though I no longer have that figure in my collection. For some Eddie Guerrero comparison, on the left we have the Elite 95 figure in the green, and on the very right we have what is unfortunately the dropped version of this as an Ultimate with the Ruthless Aggression Ultimate Edition Eddie Guerrero with the oversized torso. If you guys want to get a look at the gear, it is very similar. You'll see the coloring on the boots, different, a lighter shade here and a darker shade with this new Elite figure. Also on the side, you will notice this Eddie came with this larger version of the belt, which really doesn't fit well on his waist. But again, you can mix and match. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like the Ultimate better or this brand new from the vault? I still think this is going to eventually be released as a greatest hits with a redone smaller torso. Moving right along to Paul Heyman, he comes with a lot of accessories. So you do get a set of the open hands here. You also do get a set of the pointing fingers to include onto your Heyman. You get the mic open holding hands with the figure. You get the two championship belts for, I guess, your Roman Reigns. I don't know, personally, I get it. It's added value, but it's just like, I don't know. Are you guys going to display him holding Roman's belts? I would have honestly preferred like a cell phone or something. Maybe, you know, a red molded cell phone would have really put this figure over the top, but it's cool. You get something added to it. He also does come with two interchangeable heads. I believe these are older scans. So this is the newest scan that came with the 3-pack version with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I believe I want to say this one was a basic figure released. I don't remember the series. And then you do have this kind of like smirking scan. I feel like this is the same head sculpt that came with the Build-A-Figure Heyman, which I do have and we will compare. I don't know if it's mine. I don't know if this was misprinted or what. I do want to kind of focus on that. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think mine's misprinted? It just looks a little odd. He's looking off to the side. I mean, while we're at it, if you want to see the other head, I do like this sculpt too. To me, this one that was released with a 3-pack version was without a doubt his best one from Mattel. I feel like it was just like a miniature version of Heyman. But again, this is kind of like more of a modern day. You can see that there is no ponytail on the back of this one, where the owners do have these sculpted ponytails, so it is from a different era. I did want to point that out for you guys, but let's zoom back out. We could take a look at the rest of Paul Heyman, and if you have this figure in your collection, it is exactly the same. There really is no difference as far as the suit from what I'm seeing right here, and again, we will compare it, but he does have the bigger gut here. You can see the blue tie with a blue shirt underneath, the navy blue suit. He does have the brown shoes down here. So as far as the suit, it's pretty basic, pretty standard. There is pin legs. You do have the pinless arms. If you guys want to run through some quick articulation before we swap the heads, we can do so. So the head will fully rotate. The arms do go fully around. They are a little stiff, man. They do go fully around, but they are stiff. There is a bicep swivel. You do get the double jointed elbows. The hands do go up and down, and they also do spin. Very little ab articulation. There is a waist swivel. He does the splits about that, and he's got the old crotch piece from Mattel. That's a little disappointing. It would have been nice if they could have updated for that. My legs are a little loose, a lot looser than I expect them to be. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Quality just feels different. Doesn't feel as premium, man. You can see double jointed knees. There is a thigh cut here. No shin cut for this. The shoes do go up and down. There is slight rocker rotation, but yeah, my legs just feel not really gummy loose, but too looser than I'd want them to be. I don't know how to describe it. Like, some of these figures have really stiff joints. I mean, if you watch my review of Shawn Michaels and Diesel, HBK's legs were so stiff. And I forgot to mention, man, I pulled off his hand and it just came off right off the peg on one of these things for my HBK. So there is something going on with Mattel's quality. I don't know if it has to do with cost cutting or what, if they're using a new factory. I don't know. But something seems different, and I have the original Heyman. This was not an issue. And maybe it's just mine, but the fact that we're running into like these little issues with like every figure that we've been getting lately, I mean, I feel like more so than lately, I have been running into a lot of issues. Something seems to be up with the quality, if you ask me. So I do want to go through the other heads on the Heyman body. So here's that kind of smiling scan. And like I said, it just looks a little off to me. I'm curious to see how other people's turns out. Something about these eyes just don't look right with me. So I wonder if it's a QC issue or if they all printed like this. And we do have the more kind of like smirking scan, or I guess more plain face scan. One thing I wanted to point out, this head, a little bobbly. I don't know, it doesn't quite fit. I was wondering if maybe I didn't push it all the way down, but that's as far as it's going to go. And even the last head that I put on there, this was a little stiff to take out, so be careful. I mean, just don't break that peg. I think this may be the head I use for my display only because I have the original figure with this head with my Bloodline display. So I don't know, if you had to display a second Heyman like this, which one would you use? Would you go with this kind of like menacing, kind of smirking scan, which I probably would have if the eyes didn't look so weird? Or would you go with this kind of plain face scan? Again, this was on a basic figure, I believe, but look how loose that is. This is what I'm talking about with quality lately. For your Paul Heyman comparison, so on the left is the original release version from the 3-pack, and there are some differences which we will get into, but I did throw an Austin Theory cell phone in his hands. I feel like that just kind of pluses up what I think of a modern-day Heyman. We do have the Build-A-Figure Paul Heyman here on the right, so you will see the head sculpt on this figure is the same for this one, just kind of plussed up with the True FX. I feel like this still kind of holds up, man. You can even see like the strands of hair missing. They painted them on this one. If you guys look at the back, I think this to me just looked better. But you can see again the comparisons for the head sculpt. And we will put him aside. If you guys wanted to see the modern day Heyman, it looks to be exactly the same for the most part. I'm not noticing any like crazy differences, maybe some paint applications, but you will notice there are some differences. So the 3-pack version, if you guys can't see on his shirt, there is a painted like vest underneath. That is not included on this new from the vault. And you'll notice the boots, or excuse me, the shoes are, it's going to be hard to pick up on camera, but the shoes are slightly a different hint of brown. The original ones are just a little darker. So if you guys were like scouring eBay or something and wanted to know which was the re-release version and from the vault or the original version, that's some ways to tell too. But I'm not noticing any other crazy differences other than the boots and the vest underneath. But again, either way, this is a great solid Heyman. I think it's needed for your modern day collection. And just one more comparison for you guys. We do have Paul Heyman with his Tribal Chief. This is the Ultimate Edition Roman Reigns with the brand new Elite head swapped on there. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of these brand new from the Vault series figures, and if you'll be adding any to your collection. While you're at it, please turn on those notification bells. Stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate you guys. Make sure to subscribe. It really does help me grow this channel with you guys on my side here. But my final take on these two figures, let's start off with Eddie Guerrero. I do like the figure. I love this head sculpt. I do like more of the modern twist on it. It does have a great likeness to Eddie. Skin tone, I feel like he's still a little too tan. I do appreciate he comes with a smaller vac finish belt. That is something that I feel like collectors have not seen in a while since the Elite 55 Undertaker. The attire looks great. It does pop. So this is one that I feel is justified. We haven't had this figure released in a very, very long time. Even though we did get the Ultimate, which is similar, I feel like that was a little bit of a letdown. Let's be honest. So if you guys want him in the Elite form, this is a step above. I do like it. I say go ahead and grab it if you're a big Eddie Guerrero fan. As far as Paul Heyman, I welcome it. I do like having more Paul Heyman figures. I'm a big Paul Heyman fan. I feel like the original version to me just looked a little more solid, a little more put together. I did like the extra paint applications underneath for like a vest. And from then, it's pretty much the same figure. I do appreciate they include the titles. I would have preferred a cell phone and a microphone. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I just feel like I have so many of these titles, and I'm personally not going to display them like this. I'm still on the fence on which head I'm going to use. I do appreciate we got 3 total interchangeable heads. So this is a very fun figure. If you did not grab that 3-pack version, I'd say go ahead and grab it. You need a modern-day Heyman, and this is definitely something that I think can plus up your collection. Even though, let's be honest, the original version isn't going for a crazy amount on the secondary market, right? But now you get a version with some different, accessories, some other interchangeable hands, the belts, and the interchangeable heads. So there's definitely some different customization and different ways to display them if you guys choose. If you are interested in grabbing any of these figures, they are now available at ringsidecollectibles.com. You guys shop, use promo code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order. Before you go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. Thank you again for your continued support. I'll catch you all on the next video review.